Good evening, ma'am. We are here from DOT and welcome to this podcast. The first question that I would like to ask you is for a brief introduction of yourself.
Okay, so hi Harjas and hi to the DOT team also. So my name is Dr. Sanyukta Chibber and I am working as assistant professor at DBS Global University under the domain of HR and OB. So I take subjects related to human resource management and organizational behavior across UG and PG programs. Okay. Born and brought up in Dehradun and all the education scenarios from Dehradun, which is followed by bachelor's in science, then MBA and then PhD in HR analytics.
So if your PhD is in HR analytics, how did you land up as a teacher, as a professor in DBS?
So that's again, a story. But then to bring it to a minimal, so like post MBA, it was the COVID scenario and I was looking up for opportunities wherein my parents were a bit resilient in sending me out of the town. Everyone was, I believe, not even mine.
Yes.
So then I started looking up for opportunities in Dehradun. And when after thorough inspection and everything, I landed to the decision that it would be more about something in education rather than in corporates, because that's what Dehradun is called, as a hub of education, right? A land of education.
Yes,
so yes, then I enrolled into my PhD and started my journey that way.
You're giving out the feeling that you're really passionate about teaching.
Yeah, I am. In today's time, I'm really enjoying it. So it's been almost 4 years that I've been teaching. I started teaching since the year of 21. And though 25th is just the beginning now, but then again culminating is at 4 years. It has been a good journey.
And that's really amazing. I was about to ask you how many years have you been in this college.
Yeah.
But moving on, ma'am, there is a question that all of the students, when we are interviewed online for admission in this college, we are asked, why DBS?
Yeah.
I would like to ask you the same question. Why DBS?
Okay, so I'll give you my reason. There might be different for many people and some answers would be very similar, right? For like you people, the basic answer is that we have heard about good placements and it's in a good city, in Dehradun. So there are some common answers. So in our case also the answers would be common, but then I would tell you my thing that I started working as my first job from Uttaranchal University, from where I completed my education. And after a time when I completed an year, I started realizing that I'm in a shell. Because working with the people who had been your own professors, so you remain in a shell.
The same kind of environment.
They treat you like, abhi to bachche hain
student only.
Abhi to student hai.
Yes.
Abhi unko time lagta hai to develop that professionalism with you.
Yes.
And so there's the organization also starts to take you that alumni hai yaar apne, sun lenge, maan jayenge. So I wanted to come out of that shell and explore, and I've always I did heard that Doon Business School, or now DBS Global University, has always been one of the good B schools. So definitely that was my first choice. So that's how I landed here.
Okay, so what do you think about the evolution of DBS from DBS to DBS GU? What changes have you seen personally, and how would you like to describe them?
Okay, see, what I felt is that yes, our campus was already famous in terms of experiential learning. I hope from the very first day when you hadn't seen that experiential learning, which has been there. But then since the time we have converted into a university, you can see more integration of technology, use of different kinds of softwares, languages, SAP, SAS, HCM, right?
Exactly.
And ChatGPT. And we have different, I can even see more collaborations, more MOUs are being signed. There have been recently 2 or 3 MOUs which have been done since the year 2024 to the year 2025 till now. So that's a good achievement for our university, because that can establish a cross-cultural relationship. So yeah, these are some kind of parameters in which it is evolving and have already been evolved.
That's amazing. I have also personally seen so many more resources being put to use.
Absolutely.
And the children, they just get a really good platform. I think it has improved drastically.
Exactly.
The curriculum and everything about the college.
And also, I would just like to add that since the number of students are also increasing, so the number of opportunities would also increase. So that's a good streamline and a better thing, I believe. Yeah.
This one is a little personal, if you would like to answer.
Yeah.
Being a female faculty, in a college like this, in a university like this, have you ever felt like you've been treated even a tad bit differently, maybe in a positive way or in a negative way? But have you seen that difference being a female faculty in general?
Are you specifically talking about gender biasness? In
Maybe.
terms of being positive or in terms of being negative?
Both.
You're talking about both?
Yes.
Okay, so I'll give you a very outspoken reply to this, because I am actually a kind of a very outspoken and a bold person,
Yes,
right?
ma'am.
So I feel it's about your personality.
Okay.
How you carry yourself, what kind of aura are you creating amongst people, and how much leverages have you allowed people in your life. I have constricted those leverages in my life. I have very few people who are there. I don't know if you people might have seen that in the campus also you'll be finding me with only 1 or 2 people. You might have never seen me
Yes, ma'am.
much with
Yes, yes.
many people. So I've created that boundaries for me.
Yes, ma'am.
So that could have possibly created a very good edge that no one could ever enter my space and have never even tried to hamper, or even if they might have tried to. I am a kind of a person who cannot be shaken up that easily.
That's really amazing to hear, and I can definitely say that you have infinity aura.
Okay.
So-
Thank you so much.
So, next I wanted to ask you, what do you feel? What goes through your mind? What courses through your veins in this specific month of branded?
In this specific month of branded.
Yes.
Okay, so I'll just relate it with my one personal example. I love the festival of Diwali. I mean, many of us, most of
Everyone
us.
does.
And the biggest fact for that is lights everywhere, decorations everywhere, and beauty everywhere, right? You tend to see a number of beauties in terms of flowers, lights, decorations. And so for me, branded is something which makes everything very vibrant, very happening, very happy. You can see people giggle, you can see people argue, you can see them working in a team, until unless keeping aside the group assignments which you get in your class, and that might be forceful also a number of times. But then this is an activity where people would actually collaborate
Willingly.
with all of their willingfulness and try to win that. A healthy competition, I would say.
Yes.
Rather than a negative one, I would call it as a healthy competition. And just because of that vibrancy and trying to see the different innovations or the ideas, the creativities, and this team spirit, leadership spirit, so all that, that's a very good time. Something like a festival to me.
I think the collaborative effort is there because the brand ambassador of Vocatia is doing the podcast with us.
Oh,
And I think one more factor that comes into this is the enthusiasm.
Yeah.
For example, in Diwali, people are enthusiastic about their festival. They
Exactly.
want to celebrate it. I think branded is just like that festival. People want to celebrate it.
They are
want
willing
this.
for it.
Yes, this 1 month is just everyone is excited, pumped up, want to do the things, and
which is followed by manifest, so that's
Yes.
obviously another element of celebration.
Yeah.
So everyone is excited in the entire
a
month.
very good closure to
Correct.
whatever happened
To the academic
in the
year,
month.
I would say. Yeah.
Yes,
Correct.
exactly, ma'am. And lastly, I would like to ask, what would be some words of advice for all the brands out there and all the students out there in general?
Okay, I would not like to advise, because I would just like to give some suggestions that whatever brand or whatever product you are picking up for, which I've told even the BBAs and all the other programs, be very specific about your USP. You should know what is your unique selling proposition, because if you are confident about your brand, then only the other person would be confident to purchase that, and even you will become more confident each day to sell that out. Be it a service, be it a product. I don't know about food products. I believe there is a negative for that.
Yes.
But then even if someone is trying to opt for that out, so you need to be confident about your own product.
Yes.
And then only you can make the other people confident to purchase that or to use that. And be happy. Take it as a healthy competition. And at the end, just remember one thing, that this all is for you to understand and learn in a way which you can use up in your coming lives, and remember it as a useful event and a happy event.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Take notes, non-management courses. So, I think with that we should end this podcast. We do not want to take up much of your time. It's time for you to go home.
But I'm very thankful to Dot.
Thank you so
that
much.
you gave me this opportunity to be here and share my certain words and ideas and experiences and about you people as well. So just before we wind up, I'd just like to wish the Dot team a very all the best
Thank you so
from
much.
my end for your brand, product launch until your entire journey in branding.
Thank you so much for your words of wisdom, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you so much.